And up next, we have a fight that Michel Pereira has been calling for a long time, and Wonderboy actually has too. I mean, I think Wonderboy at this point in his career wants to avoid grapplers, and Pereira is a guy that he feels is going to go in there and put on a show with him. So that's the type of guy that he wants to fight, and Pereira obviously wants to go in there and make a name for himself off of a guy like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson that he feels is old, vulnerable, and in that top 10. So this is a perfect matchup for both guys. Thompson, last fight, he kind of proved everyone that was showing him the door wrong, man. He went in there, he had a Fight of the Year candidate with Kevin Holland, beat the brakes off him and got the TKO finish, and kind of reinserted himself as one of the best strikers in that weight class, and that he isn't done quite yet. But he's facing a guy that's on a 5-fight win streak in the UFC, that's young with a ton of experience and currently is in the best form of his career. He obviously hasn't been fighting guys at the level of Stephen Thompson. His last fight was probably his toughest opponent, Santiago Ponzinibbio, and I think Thompson signifies a level above that. But he's been winning, he's been taking care of business, and when you look at a lot of people this week, I've seen Pereira's been a popular underdog prediction, and a lot of people are thinking it's going to be through the wrestling and through the grappling, and I don't know, man. I really don't see that. I watched a lot of Pereira's fights. I watched almost all of them in the UFC. Like, he did get credited with quite a few takedowns against Nico, but quite a lot of them were leg trip takedowns where he kind of caught a kick and threw him down and didn't fall him to the ground. And I've seen him hit doubles before, but they've been against lesser opponents that were just feeding the hips to him and being really, really out of position and overextending. And Thompson, although he's gotten taken down and held down by Bilal, by Gilbert Burns, I mean, those guys are top 5 guys with elite grappling and wrestling backgrounds. Pereira, is obviously a striker, so I don't see that narrative really coming into play. I mean, maybe Pereira could get him down 1 to 3 rounds and hold him down, but at elevation, a guy that's known to be tired, get tired, I don't think it would be a smart thing to wrestle early and wrestle often. I mean, if he does that, I think that's going to be a backfire for him because he's not going to be able to finish Thompson on the ground. I don't think he's going to do much damage at all. If he gets a takedown, the ref stands you up. That's just kind of wasted energy. And I think he has a better chance to just keep it standing and maybe catch that shot and knock Thompson out. I mean, we did see the one recent kind of karate-style guy that Thompson fought. He was kind of kicking his ass in Anthony Pettis, but he ended up getting clipped and knocked out. And Thompson, he's older, and he's getting dropped a lot. He's gotten dropped in a lot of fights and gotten hurt in a lot of fights. So obviously his chin is good. He's only been finished that one time by knockout, but he can get hurt with strikes, and Pereira's a very dynamic guy that, he can hit you with shots you don't see coming. But from a technicality perspective and just from a pure striking, vanity perspective, Thompson's a way better striker. The guy is just way more dynamic. His hands are ethos better, and he's a beast with the striking. I don't think you can expect many guys to outpoint him in a fight. You have to catch him with the shot and knock him out or out wrestle him. And I think Thompson's going to go out there and prove once again why he's one of the best strikers in this division. I think he might have to, wear a couple shots and be hurt, but I think he can do that. I think Pereira's going to get tired. I don't see Pereira performing well in this elevation, and I don't see the wrestling and grappling being a huge thing that he can really use in this fight. I don't think that people are really thinking that through. Like, what is he going to do when he takes him down if he can just hold him down and do enough to the ref doesn't stand him up? I mean, maybe he could squeak a decision, but I don't see him doing that 2 out of the 3 rounds. And he's going to have to strike with Wonderboy, I think, to get the win, and that's a tough proposition. So I'm going to say Wonderboy goes in there, has a tough, gritty matchup, but wins a decision here.